Hi, I'm Jill. I coordinate the Beyond the Curb Urban Living Tours for the Catalytic Fund. We're taking our tours virtually this year with this series, which is called Beyond the Curb River City Living. I am so excited to show you this gorgeous historic home in Ludlow, Kentucky. This episode is sponsored by Joy Amon with Huff Realty and the Ludlow Historic Society. Both are strong supporters of the exciting growth and momentum taking place in Ludlow's unique historic neighborhoods, and especially the preservation of an important property like this one. Before we go inside, I want to show you a couple of things about the exterior of this home, which is called Somerset Hall. Where I'm standing right now was originally the front door of the house. There were no houses built around it yet, so they had a view all the way down to the Ohio River. Imagine how impressive this house would have looked to people floating by on the water. As the area was built up more, the original back door became the front door since it was more convenient to the road. Somerset Hall was built around 1846 by a Louisiana plantation-owning family, the Kenners. They intended it to be their northern retreat away from the hot summers in the deep south. This location on the Ohio River was perfect for them since their Louisiana plantation faced the Mississippi, so they could commute from one home to the other by boat. Architecture buffs will love this Greek Revival villa, which was custom designed for this site. This was originally the back porch, and it's almost 120 feet long, which makes it probably the longest residential porch in Kentucky. This was a great feature of the house back in the day because it shaded the whole south side of the house, and it also provided a way for the servants to easily move between the different sections of the home, kind of behind the scenes. In 1925, the house became a Masonic lodge hall, and then when the family of the current owners bought it in 1997, they turned it back into a single-family home. So here's what you see when you come in what is now the front door. This central area is beautifully proportioned with 14-foot ceilings to help keep it cool in the summer. This staircase was added about 30 years after the home was built. I love the fun way that this young family carpeted the stairs. They used rag rugs. They're cheap and colorful and easy to replace if they get too dirty or worn, and they bring such a punch of casual color to this formal entrance hall. You'll see more of this mix of historic and original with vintage and funky in this huge great room. The owners have so much fun with their furnishings, like these long sofas that seat about 10 people, or in kid terms, they're about 5 somersaults long. The bookcases came from the Cincinnati Museum Center. The safe probably belonged to the Masons. It was here when the family moved in. The safe sits where the Grand Master would have sat during Masonic meetings, and there's a special lighting setup to shine light right there on that spot on the floor. This Masonic sign originally hung on the long porch. The current owners found it in the basement and brought it up here. In the dining area, the table came from an old restaurant, and they have Grandma's old dumpling making board on top. I love the mix of all these elements. This is a small dining room for the size of the house. Originally, they think that this was a prep area. The built-in with the glass doors is original. This tea cart belonged to the Masons and came with the house. This Warhol-esque art was a gift from the husband to the wife for Mother's Day. This side table was made out of old signs from a store in Ludlow. Look at the ceiling medallion in this room. It's actually a pewter plate. I love that. The original kitchen was in the basement of the house. This is the kitchen that was used by the Masons and that the homeowners use now. The stove, 10-burner stove, is from 1900. The Masons used it, and the pots hanging here were also used by the Masons. The current owners put in new countertops and built these open shelves. And this set of cool library drawers was salvaged at the Burlington Antique Market. This is the master bedroom. It has lovely proportions and looks out on the gardens. And the accessories are fun and very personal to the homeowners. This wreath in the master bathroom is made out of cobbler's wooden shoe forms, which is such a cool piece. Let me introduce you to Patrick Snaden. Patrick is a member of the Ludlow Historic Society and is a wealth of knowledge about this property.
The house is both regionally important, very important to Ludlow, of course, but it's also a nationally important piece of Greek Revival architecture. It's unusual, it's unique, it was custom designed for its river site. It has a riverfront and a land front. So it's a major, unique Greek Revival villa in America. I would say its importance for Ludlow is, one, you have a star piece of architecture in Ludlow, but because the Jenkins subdivision of 1869, which caused the later Victorian houses to be built around the house, left a certain amount of open space. The house is an architectural jewel, and the surrounding green space is like park space for this neighborhood in Ludlow, so that it's a surprise to come upon it, and it's a kind of urban amenity within the center of its neighborhood. And Ludlow is incredibly rich architecturally, much beyond its size. It's usually 4,000 to 5,000 people, but it has architectural resources and jewels that go well beyond its population.
Now let's complete our tour of the first floor. This pool room is a wonderful play space now, but in the 90s, this whole side of the house had low drop ceilings that cut across the middle of the windows. When those were finally removed, this space became much more usable. The den in this home is the kids zone. Easy care floors, lots of comfy furniture. What more could a family want? The owner's mother did all the faux painting in the laundry room. My personal favorite touch is the valance on this window. It's actually made out of plates. Thank you so much for joining me on this tour of historic Somerset Hall in Ludlow, Kentucky. I'm so happy to be able to share some of the unique homes in Northern Kentucky's urban river cities with you. For more information about this house and the other properties in our series, please go to beyondthecurve.org. Thanks so much. Beyond the Curve is presented by the Catalytic Fund, a company that, through its investments and real estate expertise, executes high-impact real estate projects in Northern Kentucky and creates new spaces for living, working, and entertainment.